But I'll tell you this, Miss Cat, the weekend's been crazy. If you've been in LA, people, it's been crazy out here in LA.
What happened in LA?
Yeah, it's been crazy out here, man. It's been going great because, you know, your boy Kendrick just had a great show over the weekend. You know what I mean? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Move. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. My dog over here, like, huffing and puffing and shit. It's like annoying the hell out of me. You know what I mean? I be like, God damn, bro. You know what I mean? He's a big ass bully. I got a big ass bully, yo. But anyway, Miss Cat, it's been a great weekend for Kendrick Lamar. He's June 19th. He came and did a great show over at the Forum. And it was great. Had an awesome time. There has been a couple people upset about that, though, Miss Cat. So many guys feel like they were not represented enough on Juneteenth, which is the blackest day of the fucking on earth.
Who was not recommended? Who was not?
Mexicanos, Mexicans, right? And I'm
what
like, yeah, I mean, hold on, let me break this down, Miss Cat. Are we represented on Cinco de Mayo? And like, you know what? I have a lot to say about this. Why? Because I am
What you mean? Like you saying our black people celebrate Cinco de Mayo and support them, you're saying, but they didn't support us?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, I mean, but why are you shocked about that?
Nobody's shocked about it. I'm saying why are they shocked about their not being celebrated at our day? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's the issue, right? But Miss Cat, we got some other stuff to talk about as far as womanhood. There was a lady who invited a gang of people to her child's party, and nobody came. Did a whole video about it. Oh man, we gonna get into it. I'll give y'all a little preview of this lady talking about it.
And my daddy, a bitch can kiss my ass. A bitch better not never in their life hit my motherfucking phone. A bitch better not ever in their life ask me for no motherfucking advice.
Anyway, people, we're gonna get into that more into the show. But people, we're gonna talk about this Kendrick, man. Y'all hit the like button if y'all there. Hit the like button, comment, send it out to someone. And people, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, Facebook people, I see you guys over on Facebook. I can literally see you guys. And I see you guys are watching. And I would like to tell you, in about maybe 15, 20 minutes, this stream will end. So please make your way over to YouTube, or if you're watching on Twitch or Instagram, whatever. But make your way over to YouTube, pretty much. And like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit. People, I mentioned earlier before, Kendrick Lamar, this is what it was like with Kendrick Lamar at the motherfucking Forum. Sure. And I'll drop on some, we're going to do a little more.
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
Sorry.
Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from them. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand down and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Papa's got a real taste. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. God, fuck him up. I'ma do myself. Why you pulling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably.
Now, people, he came to LA and he did a show, right? He did a music video in LA, Compton to be exact. For those who don't know, it's in Compton. So us LA people, we know anyway. Anyway, he was in Compton right after the show. We said a few days after the show, and he went all the way through Compton. I mean, through the Nickersons, through the PJs. He went to Watts. He was out
just taking
shooting a music video
through Compton. Okay,
right. He was shooting a music video.
What day was this?
This was last night, a couple days ago.
Yeah, I was at work market Sunday, and I'm like, I didn't see nobody over there. I had to get my turkey chops.
To all those watching, y'all make sure y'all hit the subscribe, like button. I see all of y'all in here. Very, very thick white. Thank y'all for tuning in. We got a lot of people in here. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Definitely. Gasmasktribe TV Podcast, where we filter out that bull. Miss Cat, while we're speaking on that, I got to get to the issue at hand, right? I don't want to rush the show, but it took us a minute to get here, so I got to get through the show pretty quickly. Now, this is a Mexicano explaining about how he do not feel like Mexicanos were represented that night. People, if you don't know about this night, YG performed, Problem performed, a lot of Bay Area cats performed. There was one Latino dude I did see that did perform, but this is really for, like it was Juneteenth. So it was a lot of LA artists, a lot of black LA artists, whatever. The whole point is it wasn't for everybody. So this is him explaining his thoughts after he felt that he was unrepresented. Anyway,
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand. I thought Juneteenth was like on the 16th or something like that. It's on June 19th.
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Facts.
I respect it.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
Had something to do with what? The fact that they threw the show that day? Or that there was no Mexicans on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like...
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and all of the wonderful individuals that performed last night.
Hell yeah, shut them out.
So, I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say...
we're just picking each other's brains apart.
Although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre... I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma?
I don't even know.
Or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right? I like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long, long, long time.
Mm.
Thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am.
So, Miss Cat, let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. Mars says they have Cinco de Mayo. Blacks have Juneteenth. What's the problem? That's what I'm asking.
I don't think there's a problem. I don't think there's a problem. I think there's just lack of education. Like, clearly.
Mars also says, I guess it's true that other races love to hijack black movements and try to spin to their benefit. My advice for blacks is to keep control of the music culture. Exactly. Your thoughts on this, Miss Cat?
Well, I mean, my thoughts are very deeper than like just on the surface, because we're all black at the end of the day. They all came from a black woman and a black man, so we're all black. But anyway, I don't think that people are not trying to support. I think there's just a lack of education and knowledge. I mean, that's it. That people are educated and knowledgeable about what Juneteenth stands for, and they see black people collectively and unitedly actually supporting it and celebrating it, then I think that'll be a difference. Like, a lot of black people still went to work on Juneteenth, so that doesn't speak very highly of most of us, because we all were at work, right? So
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't think, and it's crazy because I don't think all Mexicans feels like this. I mean, you can have a lot of Mexican fans, and I've heard people saying, "Oh, well, the Mexicans walked out of the show." I didn't see it. I watched the show for 3-4 hours. It was on Amazon, and I didn't see it. I didn't see.
You ain't gonna see like people walking out there. Not gonna show that on the camera.
If it was drastic like they were making it, Miss Cat, yes, it would be like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but what do you mean drastic? Who was making it drastic? Because that's
talking about it, think about it, Miss Cat. There were only about 20,000 people at this place, right? And when you have 20,000 people, you can easily see 5,000 people moving out of a crowd like that. You get what I mean?
Well, why did they move out the crowd? I don't.
They're leaving. They're going home. They're leaving. They're leaving the concert because they felt that they were underrepresented, and that never happened. This guy is just talking about his own shit. That never happened. You get what I mean?
I didn't see that in that clip, so I guess I'm missing the point. That clip was just him saying that like Juneteenth was about people getting massacred in Oklahoma. That's the only thing the clip said. So I'm like, am I missing other stuff that you're going to show later?
Well, I mentioned earlier, I might have been moving too fast. I mentioned earlier, he explained about Mexicans not being were underrepresented at the show. Right? That's what I'm saying. That guy felt Mexicans were underrepresented at the show.
Why should they be represented at Kendrick Lamar shows? Kendrick Mexican? Because if he's not, why is there an expectation of them being represented? I'm missing that part.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you making me like I don't, Miss Cat. I don't know. That's the whole point of the conversation. Why is that? Why do they feel like they should be? And it's not they. So I'm not. I don't want to make this like it's all Mexicans feel that. No, it was not all Mexicans. It was just one guy who felt that Mexicans were underrepresented at the Juneteenth Kendrick Lamar and Friends pop out concert at the Forum in Inglewood. And there was a guy made an issue about it. And he said only because he felt like they contribute more to hip hop and they've influenced hip hop big ways and they should be a part of that type of event. And the fact that he didn't know what Juneteenth was, he thought Juneteenth was on the fucking 13th or the 14th or the 16th. That shows you the insult of others, how they look at us. Now, I don't want to continue to go off that, Richter, but the fact that he said Latinos have spent long and they've been in this longs and long, like this, they went through torment. Mexicans went through a lot of torment. And I'm like, bro, what you're talking about has anything to do with what's going on here. And I think that's the problem we're seeing. You know what I mean? That's where it becomes like, oh, well, they don't deserve. It's like reparations, right? It's like saying they don't deserve reparations. They don't deserve reparations because they get enough. Why? Why do they deserve reparations? You get what I mean? That's the whole point I'm saying. Sometimes we look at this and people like to draw a divide, and I'm not drawing a divide. I'm just having an uncomfortable conversation and to filter out the BS that I am married to a Latina. My kids have, you know what I mean, El Salvadorian. So I don't think this should be a black, because there was an issue on my Instagram. I'll play some of the, I'll show some of the, on my Instagram. Matter of fact, I got my thing up here. I'll show some of the stuff on the Instagram of the comments in the chat. But I'll continue to hear your thoughts. Phone is in the back. While I pull up the comments.
Do you have those uncomfortable conversations with your wife about those type of things?
Yeah. And you gotta understand, I'm dogging shit. Like I'm not being like nice. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not being nice about how I put it. Like I just say how it comes out, and then feel upset. And I'm not against. Like, come on, like I'm not against any of. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm cool with biracial, interracial marriages, or I'm married to her. I've been with her for the past 20-some odd years. So it has anything to do with this black. It's just what's right and what's wrong. I understand when my daughter's having a quinceañera, that's not a black thing. That's a Latin thing. You get what I mean? She's gonna have a quinceañera. Like it's okay. If none of my black family come, it's all right. They don't understand it, you know. You know what I mean?
And we're still gonna hit it.
Facts. You know what I mean? Those are the things I'm saying. Is like where sometimes people take shit out of proportion.
I think if there's miscommunication, there's the miseducation, and that's the key. Like, and I understand that other people are trying to say, "Hey, we've suffered as well," so don't make that your story. Like I can see how another race that has suffered could look at us as a people.
That's why I disagree. I don't think the Mexican race has gone through it as hard as black folks.
Maybe not, maybe so. But here's the thing:
hold on. Question to maybe so. I question to maybe so. How so? How so, Ms. Cat?
What I'm saying is that if two races, let's say Mexicans, Jews, blacks, they've all suffered by the same source, no matter what the magnitude of it is, it's still a form of suffering. It's still a form of unfairness. And so people don't look at it like, oh, you guys suffered 100 years, this one suffered 50 years, and this one suffered 8 years. It's still lives lost and years of trying to overcome, the oppressors or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it, like objectively, like why
The difference is that our community, they have a better unionship, right? We don't have union. I'm glad
that's
you said
fault. That's not their fault. That's our own fault. Like we have to come together and say, hey, look, let's work together so that we can achieve more together. And if we don't come together that way, that's our own fault. No one can make us not work together. We just don't.
Well, I want to show you something here. Is that before I go to let me see, maybe make sure I'm in everything okay. I kind of wanted to reveal what people were saying on that video, but you kind of hit onto a point of unity, and this is why I conclude this segment on this matter with my boy. Where he at?
Where you at?
I love you. Oh, this is Kendrick in the hood. This is Kendrick.
We look good. One more time.
Okay, the guy in the green is Kendrick, or which one's Kendrick?
Oh my God, Miss Cat, you make me feel so behind. Kendrick was the guy that was. This is Kendrick, Miss Cat. The other guy, his name is Compton Avenue, right? He's from Compton. So a lot of these Compton artists came out from, the neck of the woods and supported the music video shoot in Compton, and it was lit. And to give people a little bit more insight, my grandfather, he wanted to go to the show that night, right? On June 19th. And he called Mr. Duckworth, which is Kendrick's pops, and Mr. Duckworth was like, yeah, but suggest you doing the box office. When I go to my son's show, I stay in the box office. And, my G-Pops was like, well, I guess I'll be in the box office with it. You know what I mean? And it was cool. Like, they have a unique relationship because he used to work for my G-Pops when they were in Compton. And they were,
so Kendrick Lamar is from Compton?
Born and raised in Compton. Miss Cat, you really just dated this podcast.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't listen to, like, his type of music. I'm not a rapper type person. I don't like rap like that.
So this is great because people can see, like, they're shocked. They're like, no way.
I'm sorry, you guys. That ain't my cup of tea. Like, I don't like that.
We got a lot of people watching this guy. A whole lot of watching. It's cool because that's the shock value part of the show. They're like, what? Right?
Why do people think that just because you're black, you listen to every black artist that other black people listen to, or that you like the same genre that everybody else? Like, that is so far from reality. Like, he is not. I am not a fan. I don't know one song of his at all. I would never go to his concerts. I don't even know who he is. Like, I've heard the name, but like, I didn't know which one it was.
So, I want to say something here to you guys. To conclude the whole racial thing between Mexicans and this whole not feeling appreciated. Maybe I'm lost. Maybe I can be corrected. But on my end, to filter out this BS on the Mexicans upset or this Mexican podcaster guy feel like he's not represented great inside of a blackest day of the fucking country. First of all, my guy, just to set you straight, the shit was based off of slaves, my guy.
You showed the video though, because you talking about it where you showed everybody what you're talking about. That's the problem.
They know. They've been watching.
I ain't watching.
I just showed you the video.
He didn't say nothing about like Mexicans not being represented. He didn't say that. You cut it off before he said that.
Well, I couldn't play the whole video because of copyrights.
Oh,
The main part was that this Mexican guy was unaware of what the fuck
Juneteenth was. That's the problem.
That was the major problem. I'm like, how? And the whole point of him saying that was because in the beginning of the podcast, he mentioned that how he felt like Mexicans were underrepresented. And that's why he says, well, I get what they went through and all of that. I think it's based on some Selma thing, some Tulsa thing, right?
My thing is, how come no one interrupted him and corrected him? So that means everybody on the
didn't know. You got other people talking about our shit, Miss Cat. I'm telling you, they didn't know. These niggas didn't know. You got other people putting their narrative on that shit. Now the whole thing gets out there where other people think that, oh, it's based off of that. It's based off of it. Right? People are not as smart as we think they are. Right? You have to literally tell people what to do sometimes. Like literally. Right? And sometimes that's even hard for some people.
I wouldn't say even if you tell smart, I would say they're uneducated on it.
That's too hard. Yeah, I'm sorry with the soft talk because I got some shit for y'all, and it's crazy because Killer Mike said the shit. A lot of y'all are too. Anyway, let's not go there. Drake and the whole Kendrick Lamar thing, right? This what people don't know. I did some research. Me being an industry guy, me being a performer or entertainer, I did my own research and I found out where, if y'all don't know, Universal owns damn near half of hip hop, right? If y'all don't know, right? All the major companies, your Interscope, your Universal, your Cash Money Records, your Bad Boys, all of them up, Def Jam, all of them up under Interscope. I'm sorry, Universal.
Universal.
Right? And we don't know that both of these cats is literally up under the same camp, up under the same crew. And this was something that Vince Staple has said, something that's very important. I don't think we really understand. Gasmasktribe, let's filter out the BS. All right, here we go.
Hey, who you think winning between Drake and Kendrick?
So I'm signed to Universal, right?
Yeah.
I've been signed to Universal since I was 17. I haven't got a back end. That means when you turn in an album, they give you payment. I haven't got a back end since 2017, 18. So I done been on the same record label for 13 years, so to say. That record label just folded all of its independent labels and subsidiaries into each other, which means how we was kids, you got Rockefeller, you got Def Jam, you got all these things. None of them exist no more. They fired all the heads of the labels, and if they didn't, they turned them into glorified A&Rs. They cut off 50% of the people who work in all these departments. Most of those people is us, people of color that come from hip-hop and R&B and these other things, right? Then you got record labels opening up IPOs. You got record labels destroying their relationships with TikTok, Spotify, things that pay out artists because they want to start their own. So then we getting priced out of our contracts. We getting priced out of our imprints. There are no labels basically that are incentivized to sign black music, and it's happening in front of our eyes. And while Taylor Swift is fighting for people to be able to have streaming money, is on the internet arguing with each other about some rap. Personally, I think we better than that. I think we deserve better than that because we've been saying for decades that we want people to respect black music and black art and black people. And I think for that to happen, we got to respect ourselves. And they don't make it easy for us, but we got to try to work a little bit harder at that.
This was very profound.
True.
So, to sum it up, it's like all it is, maybe it's some ego.
No, it's greed.
No, it's not greed. It's ego, Miss Cat. It's who got the biggest nuts on the block. And I get where Kendrick was coming from, because Kendrick's more like, let's give people substance. Stop giving them fast food music. Give them some real shit, right? And that's where, sometimes we have to look at it from different point of views. Kendrick's not thinking about the labels, nor Drake. But then again, Universal, I don't know if you guys seen the last couple podcasts where I mentioned how much Drake was getting from Universal. He did a new deal back a few years ago at $400 million. $500 million. So if Kendrick would have kept tarnishing his shit, they wouldn't have made their money. Right? So they're making money on both ends, whether it's coming from Kendrick's side, the whole Amazon shit, because they, Kendrick got to deal with Amazon, or it's coming from Drake's side. Like, they're going to make their money. And I think that's the issue, that we're so quick to be amongst the public, and nothing wrong with doing that, right? I'm an artist myself, so yeah, nothing wrong with doing that. But then again, I understand what Vince is talking about. We're fighting for some shit, not even fighting for the right shit. We should be fighting for streams. We should be fighting to get better streaming revenue. We should be fighting to get better ticket money at shows. We should be fighting Live Nation from taking all our fucking money every time we fucking do a show. Those are the things we should be fighting over. But we don't. You know what I mean?
Or somebody black needs to start their own streaming services and put their own artists on there, and don't be greedy and share their profits with their artists. Like, how about that? Why don't we have some entrepreneurs that are smart enough to say, hey, we already have a proven record of success in doing this, this, and this. Let's put our money together and build the same platform. Why not do that? Instead of complain about it, create your own.
No, that's facts.
There's a lot of black people that have enough money to create a streaming service.
No, that's facts. That's what I'm saying. Those are the things that I don't think people really understand. Like, you know what I mean? Those are the things that I be looking at, Miss Cat. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, I hope we all get it. I hope we all digest it, and I hope we all take it in. You know what I mean? Because this is some real shit. A lot of motherfuckers don't think so, but this is some real shit. So, hey, people, before we go into our next segment, I'm going to go ahead and do a little screenshot, because everybody's going to be shocked of what the numbers is on this thing. So, you know what I mean? Going to do a screenshot of that joker. But, Miss Cat, womanhood.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, people, thank y'all. This is our second segment of the show. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube or anything like that. Hit the like button, share the podcast also. You know what I mean? We really go get these things up. Hey, y'all stay tuned for Ladies Night.
Thank you, got me singing like
People, Miss Cat, ladies have been going through it. Yeah, buddy.
We mean going through it. What's going on?
Miss Cat, ladies have been cat fighting with each other.
On the show?
Ladies have been talking to each other. And we're going to talk about womanhood, Miss Cat. The nature of womanhood. Because women are y'all crazy. When y'all get into y'all fight modes and y'all don't care about them, y'all kill some shit. Miss Cat, I wanted to talk about narcissistic. Walter's going to send me the video because he sent it to me. I'm trying to find the video. But it was a lady talking about narcissistic Christian women. And I was like, oh boy.
So she's not Christian.
Well, let's just say this. She was just saying how Christian women talk about being a Christian woman, but they do not.
Wait. Like, she said Christian women are what?
They talk about being a Christian woman, but they do nothing of what a Christian woman is supposed to do. She's supposed to listen to her husband, obey her husband, do whatever he says, pretty much. And you have Christian women who are like, no, I'm not bowing down to no man. I don't care what happened. Whoa. No, we're not talking about women who have been beaten on, Miss Cat, because I know that's your first go. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about women who are not being beaten on. We're talking about the other 98% of women in the fucking. You know what I mean?
That's a strong number.
Violence, okay, cool. Maybe 4% domestic violence in the U.S. All I'm saying is it's 90%. Anyway, the whole point is, Miss Cat, that's what the lady was talking about. Right now, I got a video of another woman explaining to another woman that she's not even thinking right, Miss Cat. And this is when white girls go at it.
Weaknesses with men in society today. Honestly,
What does that? Wait a
Because I
minute.
want to see if you can actually be objective or if you're just a mouthpiece for your husband.
Oh, you think I'm just a mouthpiece?
I do.
Wow, I've never heard that one before, guys. That's brand new to me. I'm just a brainwashed
I guess I couldn't
woman.
think with my woman brain.
Yeah,
so
I can't think.
To do something
well,
reused.
clearly I can't think with my woman brain. But if you'll be quiet long enough to let me talk, I'll explain this to you. There's a male hierarchy, right? If you're a man and you act like a little bitch like that, you get beat up. You get stuffed in lockers. You get a swirly. Women are the only people who run around going, I know that you're correct, but I just don't like the delivery. It made me feel a certain way. I'm in my feelings and I don't like the way that you said it.
It wasn't the way you drove, it was the tone.
Right. And then men who act that way are being feminine. They're being beta feminine bitches and they get put in their
women
place.
have weaknesses with men in society today.
Ms. Cat.
They're both rambling on. I'm like,
Wow. So
What's
you want
pushing
a
that
soft
for
man?
me?
So the whole point is you want a soft man or you want a man to just sit there and listen to all your feelings and be all emotional and da, or you want somebody that's respected amongst other men, that's respected amongst not only other men, but other men look at him as a leader in whatever position that he has, right? And I think women are so like, oh no, it's the way you said it to me. It's the tone you said it to me. There's a dude that I currently run, like I do management at this event spot. And there's a dude that has that actual sensitivity level. Like I'm like, bro, that's like, you too sensitive. Like you wouldn't, amongst men, you would get dogged. We'll walk up on you and slap the shit out of you and take your bitch. Like, what the fuck? You can't do shit about it.
If we're talking about Christian, right? Since we are in that realm, a
Whether
Christian
we're talking
man.
about Christian or not, Miss Cat, I expect, and I'm glad you say that. I have a fucking video of a pastor saying, I would pray for you and bust you in your mouth at the same time, right? And that's real shit. And he says it because I am not perfect. Every man is not just, right? He's like, I am not perfect. I have a temper. I would go there. You push me to the edge. That's any man. That's any woman.
That's not godly virtue though, because the Bible says that you're not supposed to speak harshly to a woman. That's the first thing. And that men who are leaders are supposed to lead with wisdom. Hold on. They're supposed to lead with wisdom and they should never speak to a woman harshly. Those are commandments in the Bible of a man. And also, if you don't have kind words to say, and if you don't have kind words to say that's going to edify your brethren, right, you should stay silent, right? Because you're not supposed to offend anybody. So if we want to talk about real down home Christian values, everybody on that platform there was in error. If they're saying they're Christian, I don't know if all those women were, but you should never be saying things to harm or offend your sister in Christ. And a man should never speak to a woman harshly.
That's where that sensitive shit. See, y'all interpret harshly as talking to you hard, and that's not what that means. Saying that you ain't shit, that you a bitch, and that and kicking you down. That's harshly. That's harsh. You get what I mean? But saying that, hey, you need direction in this area. You need to be able to do this. We need to do this. That's not harsh. That's sticking.
No, that's not harsh. But when you're yelling or cursing at a woman, that's when it's harsh. First of all, you shouldn't be using profanity. Secondly, you shouldn't be yelling at the woman that you're supposed to be making safe. So it just depends on, what's being said.
Maybe not you, Miss Cap, but some of these women deserve to be, anyway. All I'm saying is, Miss Cap,
nobody deserves to be cursed out.
We can say that, but there's, like I showed this video, there's women on that video you just showed, there's women who do not agree with other women who think that way. Like, who's like, no, you don't want no bitch dude. You want a actual man. Why do you want a guy who's to be there and be all sensitive? And that's what I'm talking about. Like, women say they want a tough guy. I mean, women say they want a sensitive man until a sensitive man show up and he's too sensitive for you.
Well, I think there's a difference between sensitive and like unqualified. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like some men don't have the skills or the tools. That's totally different from someone who's sensitive to your needs. And I think those two words are used in the wrong manner.
I'm sorry.
Huh? Hello? Hello? I have no idea. Are you frozen or I'm frozen or both of us are frozen?
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, but I think that when you use the word sensitive, there's nothing wrong with being sensitive as long as you are intelligent and you have the tools, right? That there's nothing wrong with being sensitive. So that word can be misused, I think, often.
Yeah, but Miss Cat, all I'm saying is the sense, right? And all I'm getting to is, well, like the woman was explaining in the video, you guys, would you rather deal with a strong man who's assertive, who gets respect amongst other men, who's not bitched around other men? Some women don't know your dude is a bitch around other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like some women don't know that.
Oh,
I've seen it.
We look at him as guys who are tough. Yep, guys who are tough with their women, and then they get around men. They don't know how to be a man because they're just used to manipulating or mistreating women. But I say that a woman should look for a man who has wisdom. He uses his tongue and his intelligence and his leadership with wisdom, because you can be a strong man, but you have the wisdom when to and how to make moves, and that there's a difference. So that's why you need to make sure that like your man that you're trying to get with has a relationship with someone above him that's higher than him, that is humble to God and recognizes his power and strength, because he won't misuse it or misplace it in the wrong way.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm all for a strong man. Nobody wants a weak man, but you have to have a man who's strong, who uses wisdom. And that sometimes doesn't come one and the same. You get a lot of loud talk and a lot of strength, but he's not doing it with the wisdom and knowledge that he's been left to perform that in, you know?
Well, Miss Cat, before we get into the other woman stuff, this is something the pastor had spoke of, and this is something that I entirely agree with, right? This pastor has been catching me. He has been catching my heart.
Let's see it.
Making me want to go to his church, Miss Cat.
Oh, Lord.
I am very pleased by the pastor's teaching. I feel like he's an actual man.
Is this Gino?
Yes. Check this guy out. Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
So,
all right.
All right. I got a little some kind of weird little thingy going on here. Okay. Here we go. 1 second, Miss Cat. That's one little thingy. There we go. There we go. Here we go, Miss Cat.
You are so good at making money. Why are you selling me a course to teach me how to make money?
Oh, that was for all you gurus. Hold on. That was for all you gurus. That was something. See, I got some in the chamber, man. I got these videos coming in pretty fast.
No, that is so true. You see all these people on Instagram, like, for $500, I can teach you how to do this. And you're like, well, wait a minute. You're making your money off of teaching people how to do it. Even though I get it, you got to have multiple streams of income, but your main income is now, this, not actually doing what you're teaching. So I ain't mad at the hustle. But find free mentors if you guys can.
No, you're right. Yeah, don't try to don't be finding these cats that be like, hey, I'll sell you this if you go there to give me your time and your money, I just sent it to myself today. And that was the crazy part. This pastor I'm talking about. You've seen him. Anyway, while that comes in.
Is it Gino?
I'll go ahead and roll with the show. Here we go.
We over here in Compton right now. And no, the fuck, they did not. Hell nah.
So they got a big mural in right now with Drizzy, BBL Drizzy. They got a big old mural out here, and people, you know, that's the actual mural. But people have it's not welcome here, man. It's bad, like it's really bad. You know what I mean? So I mean, hey man, Drizzy, BBL Drizzy. Hey, bro, you know, you make your bed, you're lying in, my guy. It is what it is. Miss Cat, this is a woman who, is that it? No, hold on, let me see.
Yeah,
no, that's not it. That's definitely
I don't know who Drizzo is, so.
That's Drake. That's Drake.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. This shit is so embarrassing. What it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I swear to God, though, don't nothing hurt my motherfucking feelings more than some shit like this. It's just me and my baby, but my feelings is so hurt right now. Thank you.
You do actually get a large pizza for the adult.
Pepperoni. I can't even sit here and act like my feelings ain't hurt. My feelings is hurt though. Like, they have a whole fucking party, they have a whole table, and it's just me and my baby. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro, my feelings is hurt. I can't even hide my emotions right now. Like, I'm not even supposed to be like that, but to be sitting in a place full of people and knowing that it's only you and your baby, mama and my daddy, a bitch can kiss my ass. A bitch better not never in their life hit my motherfucking phone. A bitch better not ever in their life ask me for no motherfucking advice. A bitch better not ever in their motherfucking life ever talk to me. Hold on. Come on, I gotta go use the bathroom. Like, seriously, I want to just tell y'all, and this for all of y'all, don't ever in your life, because nothing is more embarrassing than setting up a party and not have nobody there for your child. Yes, my baby's going to have fun. He's going to have fun by himself, but it's crazy that why did I even set up a party for people to not show up? At the end of the day, and don't nobody even got to pay for nothing. But y'all couldn't show up? Okay. Come on, baby. They couldn't show up. That's crazy. I owe my mama, this is crazy. Yeah, it's not fucking, because I'm just saying at the end of the day, who wants to be embarrassed like this, bro? I could have just, I didn't even have to have a party. What's the point of having a party and nobody's gonna be there? At the end of the day, y'all saying fuck them, but I can't get my money back. What's the point on sitting at a table big like this and nobody's here but your child? Make that make sense? That's embarrassing.
Miss Cat. Oh, hold on.
But nobody. It's all right. You gonna have fun. But it's embarrassing. They having a party. And having a party that's supposed to be up to 12 people can be here with my baby. And it's only me and my baby. That's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. I just know y'all better not never in your life, ever, if you ever call yourself dealing with me, don't ever in your life ever talk to me. Don't ever in your life call my phone. Don't ever in your life for nothing. I don't care what it is. Don't ask me for anything. Don't come around us. Don't ever talk to us. No nothing, because nobody had to lie to me about having a party.
Miss Cat, you seem like you had enough.
Yes, because I'm like, she's going on, and then somebody in the text message was like, "You did not invite us." And somebody was like, "Sorry, kid, but you didn't even invite us," or something like that. I'm just like, But why would somebody go on Instagram or wherever she went on ranting and raving about how upset she is that no one came? Obviously, if you're on Instagram ranting and raving, who are you ranting and raving to? Because you don't have friends. Like, no one came. So, like, obviously you don't have any friends. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I just think that's weird. And like, is your kid not in sports or anything? Because usually if you're in sports or something like that, you just have their like sports team and stuff come and you know what I mean? Like
on welfare.
Huh?
She kicked her baby daddy out. She on welfare. She on
but that doesn't mean her kid may not be in sports or go to school. Like she didn't invite any of his school friends and she's not friends with any of the other moms. Like it's just weird to me.
As you can see, she did not.
But most people, if you don't have like a strong family around you, you just have your kids party at their school. Like you bring in cupcakes to their classroom or something like that. That way you don't have to like do all that. But if you have friends and family around the same city, you know, that's when you usually have like a party, you know?
My thing is, why would you film something like that?
Yeah, that's like, embarrassing for yourself.
I would think that I was like, that's embarrassing. Like you should. And then she's not. And then she's like, it's okay. Woo. And the next video, but y'all couldn't come though. But y'all couldn't be there though.
There's no way I would video that. There's no way I would video that. No way. I wouldn't let people know that no one came because no one knows that no one was there except for you and your son.
Now we all know. You know what I mean? Now we absolutely know what happened.
I'm trying to figure out where the baby daddy at. He didn't come?
Well, shit. I wouldn't deal with her ass too. Anyway, my bad. Don't talk to me because I started getting all like weird and shit on the motherfucker. Miss Cat, I'll go to the next one because that video just kind of like, I'm like, you dumb. Like, why would you even film that shit? Like, the nigga who even put a baby inside her got to be a dumb nigga. Like, some of these bras don't even deserve to have, like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if they white, black, Chinese, Puerto Rican. It doesn't fucking matter. Dumb females are dumb, just like a dumb nigga. But we call them fuck niggas. You know what I mean? Just like a dumbass nigga. Some of y'all just don't need to be producing kids on this planet. Like, some of y'all are actually fucked. You know what I mean? Mentally. So, you know. Whether you like it or not.
Maybe something that somebody don't.
And this is our culture, Miss Cat. This is our actual culture.
Maybe something that somebody don't know about you. Help me out with that.
I don't know how to fuck. It's more like it got this funny vibe I got going on because
I'm not ladylike at all.
Maybe something that somebody don't know about you. Help me out with that.
I don't know how to fuck. It's more like it got this funny vibe I got going on because it's like, damn, when I creamed on you last night, that wasn't enough.
Okay, no, you're not talking about me. Oh, she's not talking about me, y'all.
He said she's not talking about me, y'all. Yeah, that's not ladylike at all.
Miss Cat, this is the culture we're dealing with, Miss Cat. I just gave you, and mind you, people think that this is black women. No, this is not black women.
It's not.
This is not black women. This is just a culture or a certain group of thinking black women. Just like middle American white women in trailer park homes, right? And they be like, Johnny, bring your fucking ass over here, right? And all, you know, me trailer park shit. This is that shit.
Lady. Ladies don't talk about their like stuff like that. Yeah.
This is the equivalent. So don't think that all black women are like this. And that's the thing I want to change. I gotta change the narrative because, you know, I mean, people start thinking like all black women are like this, and it's not. No, nigga, not all black women are like that. No, it's not.
Where is this pastor that you like, that you talk about, you think about going to this church? That's what I want to see. Did you find the video? You didn't find it? As you roll up your blunt. I'm
glad you know it's Cat. Hey, gang.
I love y'all. Y'all my kids. But y'all mama dead wrong, dog. Y'all mama dead wrong, bro. Y'all gotta go, bro. You gonna sit on me behind my back, and I'm taking care of you, making you a housewife, bro. And you gonna cheat on me, bro? Hey, little bro. Put your book bag on, little bro. Get up out of here, little bro. Hey, little baby, come here. You gotta go too. I'm sorry. I love you to death, baby. Y'all gotta go. Get your daughter out of my house, dog. You and your kids gotta go. Hey, little bro.
Pick that bag up right here, little bro. Here. Callie, get up out of here. Get your clothes on. Go with mommy. Daddy love y'all. But y'all gotta go.
That's absolutely wrong. You know that's absolutely wrong.
Oh no, he was absolutely right for what he did with the mama. Wrong.
No, you don't do that in front of children. First of all, that will get you in children's services.
You didn't let me finish. I said he was right. He did to the mama, wrong for what he did with the kids.
Well, you shouldn't even have that conversation in front of the children. That's a no. They're babies. And they'll remember that kind of stuff. That's trauma. That's trauma. That wasn't cool. He should have took her aside and said, hey, you need to get out by Friday or whatever. If you don't, this is what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And then left it alone, walked out and went out and get some ice cream. Don't involve the kids in all that stuff. I can't stand when I see people do that.
Miss Cat, there was a study, and I'm going to make my highlighted video tonight of the pastor, but there was a study that was done on hold on, is this it?
Stay in environments.
Oh yeah, this is my other one. This nigga's the truth to me, man. He's the truth. He just says the shit that I say, but I'm just glad there's someone validates it, like someone actually on a higher level that people can respect, quote unquote, right? A pastor, and he say the same thing I said. I just said very blunt, direct, and people made like, okay. But until later, they were like, I think he did. And I just roll the tape back. I said the same exact thing that a lot of your pastors are saying or whatever. That just lets you know I've been around, or I hung around a lot of people who were very thoughtful and philosophical and things. I just listened, and I saw people make the same mistakes, and I've just sat there and like, wow, this shit is actually true. People just don't know the simple concepts on life. Like, it's crazy, but it's true. But anyway, I'm gonna play my guy before I play. Miss Cat, I'll give you one more.
Wait, so you're telling me that back in the day when a mom and dad would split up, they would only give the dad every other weekend? Yeah. And people in those societies just accepted that as normal? Uh-huh. But every other weekend is only like 20% of the year. Right. I mean, that also means that by the time the kid is 10, they've effectively lost 8 entire years with their dad. I mean, yeah, that's true. Didn't they know the damage of fatherlessness? Oh yeah, they had access to that information since like the 80s. They knew that kids raised without fathers were about 4 times more likely to experience anxiety and depression, drop out of school, end up in jail, end up addicted to drugs, so much more. But they still kept the every other weekend standard even into 2025? Yeah. Why? Yeah, people just kind of thought that kids needed their moms more. But weren't moms also working at that time? Oh yeah, by 2024, 50 to 70% of married women were earning as much or more than their husbands, and they were securing the majority of all college degrees. Oh yeah, there was another study that came out that showed that women who actually share custody 50-50 were 300% more likely to earn 6 figures. So you're telling me that during one of the most allegedly feminist times of history, women were still fighting for majority custody, which would directly impede their ability to grow and thrive as individuals and reprioritize their entire identity into being a homemaker, which was the exact thing they were originally fighting against? Yeah, basically. It was a really dark time for families. Damn. Wait, so you're...
So, back in the day, they didn't, when women broke up with men, way back in the day, the men actually kept the kids. In a lot of different societies, not in the U.S., like the kids go with the father, and whoever the new baby mama is takes on those kids.
My thing is, why do we have that today? Why do we have that thinking, that type of feminist thinking, where women are like, I don't need a man type of shit? Why that, Miss Cat?
I don't think it's they don't need a man. I think that a lot of women have taken on the responsibility of kids because the men weren't present when they were married.
No, ain't no word. A lot of them were pushed out. Studies have shown. I pull up the studies now. You know me in the studies. I pull out the statistics now that prove that majority of the men that were pushed out of the home were mostly men who were incarcerated or going through impoverished times, which tend to make the mother get on welfare, and the only way she can succeed with welfare is if he's not in the home. So how the fuck he's supposed to survive? And a lot of women make that issue, but it's been proven that the majority of these guys wanted to see their child, and a lot of them were pushed out of their child's life, not only through the government policies, a lot of it because of the mom, because she felt like,
I don't know what generation you in, because these girls now, I'm sorry, Biz, I have to disagree. All these young girls, they are pushing them kids off on them dudes, and they run in the streets like dudes are. So I don't know what you're talking about, because the women I know in their 20s, they like literally are dumping their kids off on the guys.
They're not built like that. And that's what I'm telling you. They're not even built to the point to where they could be able to take care of their own child.
They're like, he can do it. It's his kid. And I'm like,
at least the women back then could be able to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. At least the women back then could be able to deal with it. These women now can't deal with it. They don't have a muscle, a thick bone in their body to be able to deal with some type of. They're too sensitive.
They're giving them kids away to them dudes.
There was a story I saw where a mother drove to CPS and gave her kids up. Drove there because she wanted to go off and do her thing.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm listening to you. Like, nah, things didn't change.
No, I didn't say things were changing. See, that's the thing. I'm having that a lot with people when they're talking to me. They get another narrative instead of hearing what I'm actually saying, right? Because I tend to lead with the bad shit before I give you the solution. Because we always want to know the solution before we know the bad shit. And that's the thing. People don't discover the problem and dissect the problem before you try to come up with a solution. Because every solution has to be tailored to the fucking problem. That's the deal. And I know it may sound crazy. And people are like, damn, he is fucking nuts sometimes. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling you, any pastor or any guru on this planet will be like, he's actually speaking real facts. Because it's actually logical. It's long-term logic. Long-term logic. Hell yeah.
That term. It's long-term logic. It ain't short-term logic. It's long-term logic.
It ain't just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get it fast logic and go, nah, bro. But I'm talking about this shit. Prepare for
you generalize a lot of stuff. I don't like to generalize a lot of stuff. I like to look at stuff case by case, because there's some situations where the man needs to run and run fast. And there's some cases where the women need to run and run fast. And there's some cases where they should have never separated. So
work is made.
I'm all for keeping the family together, though.
Work is made for shoulders, not hips, ladies. We got how many people in here? We got a small crowd right here. Our small crowd is 33 people right now watching right now, Miss Cat.
All I say is, men, if you got kids or you're married, I should say, stay with your woman and try to work it out. Because if that relationship fails and your kids fail, you are to blame, not her. So do everything in order to keep her.
I would tell you this, Miss Cat. I would not sit here, and I definitely despise, I definitely hate, and I will debate women all day who say men is the fault.
It is marriage destroys.
If she goes to fucking file for divorce,
stop
and
her.
It wasn't everything I did.
Stop her. Stop her. You should stop her with love.
No, I'm not gonna stop her. Go take your ass and go do that shit, and I'm gonna move on with another.
That's not what your role is. Your role is to love her all the days of her life.
No, I'm not gonna put up with your fucking emotional, irritable shit because one day you want to feel this way, the next day you want to feel another. Look, motherfucker, it's like we gotta grow up. We gotta be mature
unconditionally.
See, that's why the women back then in the 60s and the 50s were better than the women that we have now. Because
y'all hear him? He making excuses. Love her unconditionally.
Yeah, when she's acting right.
That's your role.
When she's acting right, we'll do that.
No, when she's acting wrong, you're right.
Bullshit. If she on some bullshit, players, don't y'all be sitting there getting y'all ass slapped, talking about I'm gonna still love her unconditionally.
Don't let her divorce you. You fight for your marriage. I don't mean physically fight. I'm saying, fight with
my baby. I love my baby. I
Loving
love
her
that.
to put the pen down. Love her to put the pen down and save it.
Hey, niggas is more scared of their girls than their homies. You'll see niggas that stop everything they doing for their females. And it's like, my nigga, she couldn't even fight for you when y'all got jumped in the fight, bro. Like, she's supposed to be the queen. Queen, stay in the queen's place. Stay feminine, stay beautiful, stay in your zone. You're not supposed to.
Mother and father.
I'm not supposed to have, I am not supposed to have any fucking challenge. You're not supposed to give me no challenge. You're supposed to, if you can't find out how to make it work, you're supposed to figure out how to make it work. Help me. You might help me. Don't say it ain't gonna happen. Don't say the dream ain't gonna happen. Figure out with me how to make this dream happen. You know what I mean?
Listen.
Man, those are the things that women don't understand. These new girls, man. These new girls ain't understand that. Like, I end up seeing, man, my homeboy was just
not getting married. You're not getting married. They're like, I'm good, and that's the problem.
Man, my homeboy the other day told me, I don't know, Miss Cat. My homeboy the other day told me, like, bro, these women is trying to get married, my dude. One chick told me she trying to have kids, trying to get married, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, my nigga. I ain't trying to do all that right now. I'm just trying to chill. You know what I mean? Like, man, for some
reason, get the milk for free.
I'm just saying. I mean, you just give them dick, and I like, you know,
trying to get the milk for free. Shame on you, girls. Don't give
I'm
away.
just saying, not everything has a miscap. All I'm saying is, we should not stop shit that we doing just because you feel upset and you want to go out and get a divorce, and it's my fault that you want to do that. It's my fault. That's cool. I'll let it be my fault. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be balls deep in another female and about to put the ring on her finger and make her one. Now, it's not smart. She's what, yes. Hey, what one woman won't do, another woman will.
That's not true.
That's facts. Big facts.
That may be 2-3 women who don't do it, or they do one thing and not the other. You're never gonna find the perfect person. So
it's been a while since I've seen a single ex-husband. Think about what I just said.
There's a lot of men who are single that are not happy. A lot.
I didn't say that. I didn't say they were happy or unhappy. I said there's a bunch of them I know. They're single ex-husbands, and they chilling. They got their spot. I met one today. I see my boy today.
That's this.
He was like, look, Miss Cat. He got a whole new chick. They live in a nice warehouse. They go to the gym every day.
Warehouse.
Like a huge warehouse, like a loft in downtown LA. You get what I mean? Chilling. Meanwhile, his ex-wife got the kids, dealing with the kids, and boom, boom, but she's lonely.
She should drop his kids off.
Then I is. He was the stepdad.
Oh. Well, somebody's kids roll through and be like, here's JoJo, Brianna, and Casey. And then she can go have
kids. And he was like, it's crazy because I put all that time, and I'm the one that got those kids up to a certain point. I'm the one that got little man up to where he's at now. And it's crazy because and I'm not going to get the payback for that. Like his stepson is like doing big in the city right now. He's doing good shit in the city as a rapper. Right?
He'll get the payback.
And he's like, I wouldn't. No, it's not. Stepdads don't get shit.
Forget who treated them right, Biz, and you know that.
Don't forget, but you're not my dad. Like, I'm not loyal.
You don't have to be the dad to remember how someone treated you and how someone helped you. Like, come on.
See, that's a woman. That's emotions. Men don't think like that. Men are like,
yes, men do. You trying to tell me all the dudes that was in your life that did good by you, you forgot about them? No.
You gotta listen. Not to where I treat them like my father.
Yeah, but you're not treating anybody like your father. You can still give them respect and say thank you. I know what you did. I know you were there.
I don't have to talk to him every day. Father's Day come up, I don't have to call him for Father's Day. All the niggas that I know that I grew up with, they're dads. I don't call them motherfuckers on Father's Day. I call one dad and my grandfather. Oh, and my uncle.
I'm sorry you got a problem, but if you have people in your life who sowed seeds in your life, you need to thank them and let them know you appreciate them. That's just, I'm telling everybody. Thank them.
Right, but men don't operate like that, Miss Cat. We don't have to talk to each other. We don't have to talk to each other for 20 years and it still be natural. It's like we talked to each other yesterday.
I get it. I'm saying thank them. That's a word for everybody on here. If you had people in your life that did good to you and good by you, take the time out to go by their house, send them a card, give them a call, and to say, you know what? I want you to know I appreciate everything that you did for me. That's one little thing that can change someone's life forever. Just those kind words, because that's encouraging them to do that again for somebody else. And we should be doing that for other people. Like those little things don't cost us nothing.
You're right. I just only agree to a certain point. The motherfucker don't add no value. Ain't no need. Whether it's your mom or daddy, blah blah blah. A lot of less motherfuckers you could be around. And I'm glad you said that because I got a video I'm gonna play. And the motherfucking video goes like this: if you do not attach yourself around people who have like energy, you will soon become depressed, dull, and mistaken. We're literally mentally ill. Like literally, you have to be around people who value you at a high energy. And if you're not doing that, that really fucks up a lot of things. I'm a living witness. You shrink yourself down to please the people around you because they have never been exposed to a person so big as your personality. You got to shrink that personality down to become just enough for the people around you don't feel uncomfortable. That caused depression. That caused mental illness. I tell you, I'm a living witness of it. That's why that's how I know it so well. I'm serious. And that's why this guy is so.
He's going to be actually in Vegas for all you guys who are fans of him at the leadership. It's a leadership conference.
Well, check.
So if you guys want to catch him, anybody in LA who wants to catch him.
But I can't let this just thrive on and not like just. Like, I get it, he's a great person, but sometimes we look at the person when not the message deep enough. We want to decode and dissect who is this person that's giving this, who is this, and he's a great message. I'll go check him out, y'all. You know, he'll be in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like
leadership summit.
I'm not taking nothing from him, but what I'm saying is, and he would agree with me. He sees this, he would agree that I'm saying sometimes we look at the person too much. And we don't give enough credit to the message. And sometimes it's just the person that's bringing the message. It could be your fucking child who says the same thing. How many of these videos that's going viral on IG of these little kids saying these motivational things? Like, Mom, don't give up. It's great. Da, 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 da. That's why you're the best. Or like I saw a video of this little girl telling her dad, that's why you had me and your son, so that you could become more compassionate, so you could talk to us to become more compassionate. And it was very enlightening. And I think sometimes we don't look at that. We always look at she's a cute girl. She's small. I think the girl was only like 7 or 8. You know what I mean? She was a small girl saying it, and it just seems so cute because it's coming from but we don't study the fucking message. And that part irritates the dog shit out of me. I get like irritated. Everybody's all the comments of people talking about the person. Man, that's a great message. He's a great guy. Man, this dude is forever great. Man, he's the GOAT. Instead of saying the message was more powerful. Thank you for the treasure. I appreciate the gift that you have brought to me because now my life would unfold with abundance. And these are the things that don't grasp. Just the small nuances on life or the glimpse of the glory you can see, but people don't get that. People walk past the conscious things on life. They really walk past these things, and it's mind fucking blowing. But what's that? We gonna still show up to this man's thing and have 100,000 people, right? So they coming to see the man. You get what I mean? So now the man's show. And if the man is not careful, he could get caught up in the name and the limelight and now preaches somebody else's narrative because there's a bag at the end of the table. Right. Now that's when you have, you know what I mean? So we look too much, huh?
Don't say it.
Say what?
Because you was like, that's that one we have, and I'm like, don't. I get what you're saying. Yeah. So yeah, he has good messages.
But I think
there's a lot of people who have good messages. I just hope and pray that he doesn't go down the road that a lot of pastors go down, which is becoming motivational speakers, and they don't use scripture to support anything.
That's the difference. That's the difference. People think that Jesus was walking around preaching scriptures to people.
No, I'm just saying, but don't say you're a pastor when you're just motivating. There's a difference between a motivating speaker and a pastor. But
let's think about this, Miss Cat. Let's just go down this rabbit hole a little bit. A pastor is literally a motivational speaker.
He is, but I'm saying don't use that platform to hijack the gospel, is what I'm saying. You see the difference? Like,
well, he's hijacking the gospel.
I'm not saying he's hijacking. I'm saying I hope he does not become like some of these other pastors who have become famous because they hijacked the scriptures to become something else, and then the scriptures totally went away, and they were just in their own. Let's just do great and do this and money was going to help you and all this kind of stuff, and then they totally went away from their whole purpose and their calling, which is to bring people to God, not to themselves.
And I totally agree, Ms. Cat. I'm not going to sit here and try to debate that. You're absolutely right. But what I'm looking at is, initiating the message so that people can be able to consume it. That's why I like cats like this. Why? Because I can see the realness, right? I don't see the fluff. You get what I mean? Everything was logical, what he was saying. Very logical. Because if you can see what a person is saying, this is great about the Bible. Where there's confusion, the devil plays. When a person is speaking, and if the message is so detailed to where you can see the picture, nothing what he said you could not see. Everything he said you can actually see. Surround yourself around individuals who see you at a high light. We can visually see that.
Some people can't. You can. Some people can't. Some people don't even realize that they're not being.
The average person can't see themselves around people who are like them. People who like you, right? Put yourself around people who like you, right? Then that draws the energy or the things that you want to be able to be, so that you don't have to be around people who wants to see you shrink, who wants to shrink that too much.
The danger in that though is for people who are married, right? Who are with someone who may have lost their way or at the season don't see value in you. So you want to make sure you're not being taught like, oh yeah, they don't see value in me, I'm out of here. Like, you have to be mindful of that too, because there's seasons, right, in marriage and relationships and stuff like that. So I'm just, you can't just say, oh, my parents don't value me, so I'm done with them. Like, there's strategies and processes you have to go through. So I just don't want to have anybody doing nothing crazy and just cutting people off all willy-nilly.
Cut their ass off.
But yeah.
So, and because I like this guy so much, I think he's great at what he does. And
I love you, Jesus, but I will knock your teeth down your throat on Sunday. I ain't worth a dime, because if I go off, I go all the way off. If I lose my mind,
I'll play that. I'll play the rest of that. But this is what I'm talking about. This is like, I'm good with the puppies. I love puppies. You know what I mean? I think babies are the cutest, most innocent thing on the planet. I feel like they should be protected from every harm. I think they should be living. Like, I'm so compassionate with Earth, right? I understand the natural, like, we got to have some love. But then again, I understand to have a fucking spear or a motherfucking 9mm or a fucking AR-15 if a fucking lion is coming towards me. Right? I know how to protect myself. I will, like, if a dude is looking at me to draw some type of negativity, I understand. You walk up too close, I will bust you in your mouth.
That's not what the Bible says. See, that's where you're carnal. The Bible says you are to flee from evil. Flee from evil, not go and fight it. See what I'm saying? Like people,
And again, he told David,
that's not right.
told
You
David,
flee from
boy,
evil. If you see
but then
someone
again,
coming up to you and you have a way of escape, God will always give you a way of escape. You are to leave, not fight.
But then he also tell Israel to go in Petra Edom and take out everything.
No, we talking about you. If someone coming at you with a machete, you don't go and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a gun." You're supposed to flee. He will give you room for escape. You are supposed to leave the environment, and then God will protect you, and He will fight your battles. But if you trying to come for a fight, and you like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to do this," that is an error. That's an error.
No. See, you got it all wrong. You got it backwards. We're talking about. Yes, you do. You talking about an aggressor. That's an aggressor.
No, I'm saying even if you're in a position where you can fight back, if you have a room for escape, you are supposed to leave. That's your first thing, is to leave from a messed up situation.
Meanwhile, fellas, if you are with your girl, somebody trying to whoop y'all ass, and
you walk away, you get out of the, you remove yourself from that.
You run, and your girl gonna be left there.
You ain't gotta. No, you run and you take your girl with you.
Nah, he gonna flee. He gonna flee.
God will make room for your escape, guys. He will make room for your escape, and if He does not, then your last resort is to fight. But that should not be your first resort. It should be to escape.
Well, I'm playing a video so people can get an understanding, because I feel the same way. I love Christ. I love God. I love people. I love earth. I love animals. I have very empathy, compassion, simple, whatever, right? But I will break your neck if you get too close to thinking you like blase. You did.
Oh, I love you, Jesus. But I will knock your teeth down your throat on Sunday. I ain't worth a dime. Because if I go off, I go all the way off. If I lose my mind, I lose all my mind. If I tell you where to go, I buy your bus fare to get there. If I kill you, I go to the funeral and ask God to forgive me. I ain't got it all. Am I talking to any crazy saints? The truth is, in me dwelleth no good thing. I see some of y'all want to act like you're good.
Bars. That's the thing. That's the thing. The Bible said, right? Don't put your trust in men.
He also said crazy saints. So that means they're not in their right mind. So are you?
Oh my God. He's not, come on. He's not talking about some mentally hospital.
He did say crazy saints. He said it. We can't change what he said.
No, but that's drastic. You know how black people talk. We say that person's crazy, or you have crazy talk, or whatever.
No, you said crazy saints because there's crazy saints.
Miss Cat, we say things that can mean different meanings in how we say it. You understand that clearly. That's a little disingenuous, because you understand clearly what he meant by, there are crazy saints, and then there's the right? Like, look, I'm the same that will. I mean, Peter was he chopped the boy ear off. He wasn't no joke. Like, you think that, like, these cats, like, we had an army, right? That's why it's called God's army. Like, come on, it's for a reason. Archangels, they fight. They whoop ass. They talk no shit. Like, come on, Miss Cat. How we gonna just neglect the attitude of, like, not being able to defend for yourself if somebody,
Jesus.
But I'll bust you in your mouth.
I love that song. All I'm saying
is don't put trust in man in the sense to think that just because this man appears to be this holy match, this holy thing, blase, that will be the dude that may take your life, right? Because people want to walk up on people want to say crazy, and they expect for this man to be like the whole Dave Chappelle shit, right? The dude ran up on stage on Dave Chappelle, right? What, you expect Dave Chappelle to pray for the nigga? What, you want to clown jokes on the nigga? No. Not to whoop his ass. You know what I mean?
That's a little different. You don't have room for escape. I mean, that's kind of like, what do you do?
This cat, when you are a person of some type of status or whatever, you call yourself a pastor or a person who speak goodwill on people. You know what I mean? There are other people who looks at that as like, I want to take that out. And I'm speaking from a drastic point But it's the thing of just don't run up on or start judging people based off of a title. Like, you know what I mean? It may be like you just can't do that. That's what I'm saying. You just can't run up on people or think that this is a pastor. I've seen pastors pull out a gun. You know what I mean? There's a church that I be going to where I play drums at, and dudes walking up in there looking crazy, and I'll be telling the pastor, like, yo, bro, you better carry your pistol or something. I feel awkward. I think somebody gonna come up here like this bitch. You know what I mean? It just
you said like that's kind of like, what kind of pastor you going to do? I mean, what kind of gangster pastor you dealing with?
He's not a gangster. He's
why got people like suspect up in there? Like,
I'm telling him, I'm thinking he should have some protection, more protection, Miss Cat. He's like you know, he's very compassionate. He has, like, he sees no harm in people. You know what I mean? He sees no harm in people. He is like when I think of Christ or Jesus or Yehoshua, when people, you know what I mean, talk about, right? I don't look at him as a dude who is this like open, very free spirit, soft, sensitive talking type of guy. Like, I don't think he was like, think about it. This dude ran up in like the city hall and let's just say, and kicking over tables and shit. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. You think
that he used wisdom.
Kicking over tables and telling him that this is not of my father's. Hold on. He did say this is not of my father's house while he was kicking over tables.
That's because they were like gambling and doing all the stuff in there in the church. They weren't
the
supposed
whole
to.
Point is he showed aggression, Miss Cat. That's my whole point.
Aggression. He showed authority.
Can someone tell me? Can someone put in the comments? Kicking over table.
If someone is in your house and gambling, would you go in there and be like, "Hey guys, can you nicely please get your gambling stuff and move from my living room?" Or would you be like, "Hey, put this stuff away. You're showing authority."
No. It specifically says kicked over tables. We understand when we know about that whole Adam and Eve apple or God, you know, made man out of dirt or whatever. We literally look at that, right? So why we go misinterpret something like this? Like, it literally says he kicked over tables and literally repeated that this is not of my father's house.
Do you think dirt was white or black?
Huh?
Do you think dirt was white or black or brown?
The whole point is that Jesus or Yahushua showed aggression. That's what I'm saying.
I love when I throw you off and you're like, what?
Right. I'm saying that's the thing that we don't look at, as if Jesus was sensitive, humble, meek.
I'm just saying we all should use wisdom. That's all I'm saying. Use wisdom. Sometimes people don't be using wisdom.
This dude called a female a dog. What is a female dog translated as, people?
That's not appropriate.
It's in the Bible. I'm not making this up. It's in the Bible. He called the female a dog. And what is a female? Anyway, because she wasn't part of his lineage. I'm telling you that people get it twisted. People have to read the book and stop taking it from man's perspective. Because man will steer you wrong and bust you in your mouth if he, you know what I mean? Man, he said it. He literally said, man, let me play the video so you guys can really understand what I'm saying here.
Oh, I love you, Jesus, but I will knock your teeth down your throat on Sunday. I ain't worth a dime, because if I go off, I go all the way off. If I lose my mind, I lose all my mind. If I tell you where to go, I buy your bus fare to get there. If I kill you, I go to the funeral and ask God to forgive me. I ain't got it all. Am I talking to any crazy saints? The truth is, in me dwelleth no good thing. I see some of y'all want to act like you're good.
Hey, so y'all want to believe man and go around believing pastors like Jesus was this sweet, nice guy or whatever the case may be? And that's the thing. We keep putting narratives on man, and like this, that's why I'm so glad he said it this way. This is the type of person.
I just hope him and Shawnee or whatever work out. That's all I pray, is that their marriage glorifies God, because He's on a big platform, and we've seen what happened to Making Good. And
Hey, I'm just saying, whether they make it work out, him and Shiny make it work out or not, I'm just saying as the message. I'm not looking at the man. That's what I'm talking about. The man I give two shits about.
I'm
talking about the message. I mean, he's a great guy. If he was watching this, he would understand clearly. Yes, he's absolutely right.
I like this message.
Like, yeah, it's cool to come see me and come out and come join me, right? And come fellowship or whatever. That's great. I'm pretty, you know what I mean? But the message is the most important part, is what I'm saying.
Well,
right?
I think all you men out there, if y'all in Vegas or y'all close to Vegas, y'all should go to the leadership summit that he's having. Because a lot of Black men need to be there.
Well, people have to understand that is a gift. And certain people, just like it is like learning how to play drums, learning how to be a speaker, writer, or whatever. It's a muscle that you create that you get very, very great at. And you start being able to attach different psychological wordplay that appeals to people where they can see what you're talking about. Like that's what we call a good rapper or a good artist. It's something that you can see what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Which is what we call a good speaker. I can visualize you're speaking the things that relate to me. Those are the things that I'm saying is the reason why sometimes the message is way more powerful than the person. That's all I was saying, right? Yeah. And people take this podcast and they take it for granted because they may think that, oh yeah, they're looking at us instead of looking at the message. Even though yes, y'all see me and Miss Cat debate a lot, you know what I mean? Y'all see us agree on things.
But don't pay attention to his message, y'all, because half that stuff is buffoonery. I'm just saying. He just be saying stuff. Like, I don't think he really means it.
Because I said so direct and raw. And it's shock value. You know what I mean? Harsh, whatever. The whole point is there's some people that can understand it and take it, and there's others that just can't. They be like, man, I can't take how Biz be giving it. I need to speak to someone that can know how to, I need to hear it softer. Because you're not raised.
Do a poll too to see who's mean, who is. Are you mean on the show? Am I too nice?
So I'm just very direct and straightforward. I'm a motherfucking man.
We need to be a poll.
I stand on principles. I stand on things. I stand 10 toes. I wish a nigga would come and test me on my shit. You know what I mean? I stand 10 toes on shit like that. That's what I'm saying. I got compassion. Look. You like my whole trip is. This is the level I'm at. I spoil the hell out of kids, right? But then again, I teach strict discipline.
Do you spoil your woman?
Okay, let's go there. Why do I have
first?
No, let's go there. Why do I have to spoil her?
Because she comes first.
So what am I saying? So that's materialistic things, right?
No, you said spoil. We didn't say materialistic. I said, do you spoil your woman?
Materialistically?
Same as your kids, whether that be material or not. Like
no, see, my kids is materialistic, and I get them.
You said you spoil them, so I'm like, spoil your woman comes first.
Like that. I think a kid should be in that phase of life, like gifts and you know what I mean, kid life. You know what I mean? Like I was a kid and I got a gang of gifts when I was a kid.
Hey guys, I'm just saying, y'all just learned. Your first love is your wife. Spoil her. Then the kids come.
Yeah, she gets spoiled. She knows she's number one, but we're not. That's not the deal. That's not what I was talking about. I think, and that's maybe the issue that women they don't like to feel without, and that's the problem. That's the problem that a lot of women having, and that's why they're going to bed, you know, in the way that they're going to bed. Because you're right, Miss Cat, they don't like to feel without, long.
They're going to be spoiled because they're supposed to be your first love.
Right, but if you keep spoiling her, you have to try something bigger the next time because
just keep love on her. It ain't gotta be bigger. It's just gotta be consistent. Y'all listen out there, man. It ain't gotta be bigger. It's gotta be consistent. Spoil your woman. She's your first love. Because when your kids are gone and grown, you don't want a woman looking at you and not liking you no more.
Don't make it consistent, fellas. Make it spontaneous.
Spontaneous, consistently, both of them. Do both.
Make it consistently spontaneous.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing, but I'm just saying
spontaneous.
The reason why I'm telling you that is because you're going to have a woman, right, who watches you spoil your kids and do all this stuff, and she's empty. So when your kids turn 18, they go find their own people.
That's not my fault. That's her fault. She got to
have
make
this woman that will be sitting there looking at you resentful.
That's jealousy and envy.
No, it's not. It's called you ain't cutting your grass around in your own front yard.
Miss Cat, I'm just letting you know as a man how I'm going to interpret that. I'm going to interpret that.
I'm trying to give you free classes, and I ain't charging.
Look,
spoil your woman, men. Choose your first love.
Miss Cat, before we head up out of here, you don't think that's jealousy, Miss Cat?
No, I think that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of
on our own time, not while I'm with the kids or whatever. Not when you're looking at me.
Why you with the kids? I mean, I don't want you rubbing on my feet and your kids right there.
Not when you're looking at me with the kids and you're like, well, I could be getting that too. That's a little jealous.
No, a woman's saying that if she's not been treated right. That's the only time a woman feels that way. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if you're not being nurtured and you're not being spoiled, and you see someone spoiling someone else, and you're supposed to be his first love, that's when you're gonna feel that way because you have been neglected. And you get a whole bunch of angry women that are upset with their husbands because he didn't show his children who his first love was. That is your job as a man.
Miss Cat, do you know that the highest rate of cheaters in married women are women in married?
And you know why? Maybe because they're not being spoiled.
Oh, so you can justify that shit?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying women.
No. Let's see, fellas, see people. Everybody that's watching, I see what just happened.
I'm just telling you the truth. Women don't go and cheat and say, "Oh, I'm so happy my husband treats me so good. I'm cheating." No, they're cheating because they're not getting what they kept telling that man they needed.
It shows you she's immature. You just proved my point. She's immature.
Okay. Well, it's just sad. If a man you getting cheated on by your woman, that's sad and it's embarrassing to you. It should be embarrassing.
Miss Cat
had many signs to get it right, and you chose not to.
The biggest millionaires in the world, biggest celebrities, wives divorce them. If they don't have a chance, what makes you think the average nigga got a chance?
He does, because she ain't got no money. He don't either. That's why they both have a chance, because they struggling and need each other. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It's how you treat the person. You can be the poorest guy on the earth and treat her like she is worth $1 million to you, and that woman will never leave your side.
Now, I'm gonna say this, and I pray this don't get me in trouble later, Miss Cat.
You done said it. Go ahead and say it.
Huh?
He's gonna get you until you already know. That's why he said it, because you gonna say all nasty and rude.
Wrong, nasty, and rude.
You need to spoil your woman. Just remember that. Never forget that.
Hey, that's the new podcast. It's raw, wrong, nasty, and rude.
I'm about raw.
That's the new podcast. Wrong, nasty, and rude. You've heard it here first. Oh, the Biz Entertainment Network, named by Miss Cat. Wrong, nasty, and rude.
Anyway, we gotta go.
We out of here, man. Obviously, I'm wrong, nasty, and rude, and I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say, so y'all may have to wait till the next podcast. But, fellas, let's just make this quick. To Mexicanos upset with Kendrick Lamar, Mexicanos, Kendrick got songs in Spanish. You know what I mean? Kendrick loves his Spanish friends. He loves his Spanish fans. He loves his Spanish culture. He actually did tours. He had canceled one of them because in Mexico, actually, he canceled one of them. But I think that would do the scheduling. But every time he has a show out there, it does great in Mexico. People cannot take what one person says and run with it as if it's the narrative of the world. Right? It's not like that. Kendrick Lamar, like I think his wife is Latina. You know what I mean? I think she's Mexican, by the way. You know what I mean? Like we're both. So I understand the culture in that sense. You know what I mean? Now Miss Cat don't like that, but that's just the world we live in. You know what I mean? You know, niggas love like that. You know that Latina
like that.
That Latina punana. We love that Latina.
I mean, I don't have a problem with who you love. Who you love. Like I would never tell somebody not to love somebody because of their race. That ain't me. That's not me. I just say don't put down your own women. That's where I have a problem. Like love who you want. Like I would never get with a white guy and then put down black men. I'm not gonna do that because that's just not right. But just love who I love and that's it.
You heard it, people. And as far as the womanhood in the women world in America, or womanhood in America, what I was intentionally trying to title the podcast. I think it's sad that women run with this narrative and then all of a sudden end up back to their original thought process and like instead of taking certain things more seriously. And it goes to show you that society has told women to believe something and to turn around and give them shit at the end. Do you people, before we end this show, I want you guys to see this, and it's already been a discovery on this, that in 2030, half of the women in America will be single. That means there will be a lot more cheating going involved amongst the top 20% of men who have babies. Because most of the things that those women are going to want is a baby. And what do you know? I'm just here to bring it to you first. You guys probably hear in about next year or two, it's going down, baby. And that's why I'm telling you, ladies, it might be best to just start sharing your man. You dig what I mean?
No. On that note, we're gonna get out of here. Stay with who God has put you with. Be an example to our youth what marriage and relationships are supposed to be, and watch God bless your life.
Misha Love says, right, don't put down your own. You know what I mean? Thank you, Misha. Really appreciate. Oh, Maisha. Misha, right? That's Misha. Misha Love. Misha Love, thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button or subscribe. You know, appreciate your love. We'll be back here. And no, I'm just saying, hey, ladies, y'all go think about it. Y'all want to think about it now, but think about it later, ladies. It's going up. And I'm saying, hey, Miss Cat, please don't feel bad. You know what I mean? Please, I'm sorry. It's just the way society in America has told women, you know, that they can survive on their own and make just as much as men to live. But women tend to work less as they get older. Men tend to work more as they get older. And then the value change. And then blah, blah, blah. But hey, shout out to the women. Black women own their homes, more homes than, you know, man. I just saw that today. So shout outs to the women. You know what I mean? Black women, I'm telling you, y'all soaring, y'all making it happen, right? As far as the working world and building assets and those things, but I think that you cannot let that get to you because men, we give two shits at the end of the day of what you have, and it's crazy that women think we really care. We really don't. You know what I mean? And to the suckers that be like, no, girl, I want you to have a car. I need you to have your own thing. You want to talk to me, blah, blah, blah. That's a motherfucking sucker. Y'all shouldn't be talking to that nigga because a real man would be like, well, eventually, I don't want you to work. I want you to stay home, be able to stay feminine, do your shit, do da, blah, blah. We'll work to that goal, right? A real guy, somebody who will work to that goal. I understand the economy in this earth, the economy in this world is fucking crazy, and especially in America, it's crazy. I get it. So not every man is going to have that $600,000 coming in, right? I get it. That's like top 1% or top 2%. You know, and myself, I've been told I'm top 12. That's all I know. See, you know, that's all I know. I don't know nothing else. All I'm saying is, ladies, you can do it. And I'm sending a lot of love and a lot of blessings. You can find that guy. He's out there for you, Miss Cat. You know, I don't know if you want to tell them something. But ladies, don't give up the punani so fucking early. Let the nigga wait for whatever. You know what I mean? At least 3 days out. Miss Cat, you want to say?
He puts a ring on it, you guys.
Thank y'all so much. Have a great one. Gasmasktribe TV Podcast. Miss Cat, thank you so much. Love your heart, like always. Gang, gang, people.
Thank you, got me singing like
We up day and night. We roll it up to keep our soul alive. She took this money and say, boy, you right. Party through the day and night. And we up whipping hot, space trip astronaut. Split your sunroof top, nonchalant. Peep your parking lot, this that fuck your block. She's my rock, you my kryptonite. Yeah, you keep me high, and I know you bad, but I love you all day. I'm saying, she told me that she want the world tonight. Trips out to Barcelona, private flights.
From now,
just me and you against the world.
I'm chipping in on the gas.
This what it said.
We're gonna be talking